As a result of a massive solar flare, a global catastrophe struck Earth. Communication and power networks were disrupted, and the ozone layer was burned, causing temperatures to rise to 70 degrees Celsius and ultraviolet radiation levels to soar. Most of Earth's inhabitants perished. Among the few survivors is our protagonist, Finch, an inventor. To find food, Finch regularly scavenges abandoned supermarkets with his robot assistant, Dewey. Wearing a protective suit outdoors has become essential due to extreme UV levels and frequent sandstorms. However, Finch has adapted to this new hostile world. Finch's underground bunker serves as his home, and his loyal dog, Goodyear, is his best friend. Finch spends his free time working on his latest invention, an android designed to take care of Goodyear after Finch's death. The solar radiation has made Finch seriously ill, and he doesn't know how much time he has left. To ensure the robot is educated and capable of making decisions, Finch digitizes a large number of books. After some time, Finch completes his work and activates the android. He tests the robot by asking it about the 3 laws of robotics and then introduces a 4th law specifically for this situation: the robot must ensure the dog's well-being after Finch's death. Satisfied with the results, Finch is thrilled, but a sudden sandstorm knocks out the bunker's power, forcing Finch to go outside to fix the wind turbines. Noticing a powerful storm approaching, Finch rushes back inside and connects the android to the local weather station. The forecast is grim. In 24 hours, a massive storm will hit the area, lasting for 40 days. Realizing his supplies won't last, Finch decides they need to leave. However, the android's data upload is only 72% complete, and it can't yet move independently. Finch hastily assembles the robot, teaching it to walk. The robot, clumsy but quick to learn, often falls at the sight of the dog. After several hours, they are ready to leave. Finch, the dog, and Dewey settle into the car while the new robot awkwardly takes up space in the aisle. They set off for San Francisco, passing through ruined cities and deserts. Along the way, Finch stops to fix a loose part on the android. The robot, curious, finds Finch's old postcards and bombards him with questions about the centers. When asked about the San Francisco postcard, Finch dodges the question. Following Finch's rule never to miss a chance to scavenge for food, they explore a deserted theater and find some unpopped popcorn kernels. Finch delights the robot by popping the kernels, and the android reacts with childlike glee. Their fun is cut short by an approaching tornado, and Finch speeds away, but they can't outrun it. He decides to anchor the vehicle with ropes and stakes. The stakes are hard to drive into the ground, but the robot helps with its strength. The tornado comes dangerously close, but they manage to take cover in time. After the storm, Finch discovers a flat tire. The android finds a spare but lacks a jack. Demonstrating its strength again, the robot lifts the car. Finch names the robot Jeff. As they travel, Jeff asks Finch about trust. Finch begins to explain but is interrupted by a severe coughing fit, forcing them to stop at an abandoned diner. Finch leaves Jeff to watch the dog while he steps outside to cough up blood. Jeff tries to walk the dog, but Goodyear refuses to listen. Finch intervenes, taking the dog back inside. Bored, Jeff accidentally starts the car, nearly driving it into danger. Finch stops him and scolds Jeff for being irresponsible, showing how exposure to the sun burns unprotected skin. He reminds Jeff of his primary task, to protect the dog. Continuing their journey, Finch decides to teach Jeff to drive, a necessary skill. The android learns quickly. When they stop to rest, Jeff asks why they don't travel at night when it's cooler and safer from UV rays. Finch explains that night travel is dangerous due to the unpredictability of other survivors. The next morning, Finch's condition worsens. Jeff cares for him while Goodyear watches. Jeff finds an abandoned hospital and searches for food and medicine, taking Dewey with him. In the process, Dewey triggers a trap and is destroyed. Finch, distressed, finds Jeff, who proudly shows his findings, only to be reprimanded for endangering them. As they leave the dangerous area, Finch notices they're being followed. He turns off the headlights, hoping the pursuers won't see them. Despite this, the chase continues, and Finch panics, forcing Jeff to drive faster. They escape under a bridge, but their modifications are damaged. Jeff, undeterred, pushes the vehicle under the bridge just in time. Finch falls into despair, and during a storm, he recounts how the solar flare led to society's collapse. He shares a story about finding Goodyear as a puppy, witnessing a brutal attack on a mother and child, and how hunger turned people into killers. The next day, Jeff spots a sign indicating San Francisco is 800 kilometers away. They stop to rest, and Finch dresses in his best suit, enjoying a meal outside for the first time in years. Jeff reveals he had a dream, surprising Finch with his rapid development. Finch, reflecting on his own life, shares his regrets about not visiting San Francisco to see his estranged father. He then asks Jeff to promise to take care of Goodyear. As Finch succumbs to another violent coughing fit, Jeff comforts him, and Finch dies. Jeff cremates Finch and, the next day, tries to earn Goodyear's trust by feeding and playing with him. In the end, Jeff and Goodyear reach the Golden Gate Bridge, finding photos and notes left by other survivors. Jeff leaves a postcard in memory of Finch.